Hi guys, this is Pestily and welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. In this video, I'm going to cover the entire reserve loot. This video has been long awaited and I've put a lot of research in, so I want to try and get all the information I can out to you guys. There'll be keys, which keys for every room, and what's inside all the rooms and all the other spots that I know about. I will miss some things. There is just that much loot in this map, but hopefully you guys after this video will have a fairly solid understanding of all the loot, all the good loot locations within reserve. So guys, without further ado, let's crack straight into it. All right, so we have spawned in. Now, we're going to start at the very top here, the dome, also known as Queen if you're looking at the map. I'm not going to use cardinal points on this map. It causes too much arguments and that. So we're starting up the dome. If you use the map reference that I'm using and what's known in chess, this one is actually the Queen. So, coming up here, we'll start on the other side of it. Now, there is so many good little spots here. I could have gone inside first, but we'll start with these two buildings. Now, inside this one, you do not need a key for. On top of the safe, you can find intelligence. There's a safe right here. Computer, weapon crate, or weapon, and weapon cabinet, sorry. And then filing cabinet. Not sure if there's anything else in there, but that's pretty much what I found from there. This key is the KPRL. Sorry, KPRL. I've got my notes on the side. In this one is definitely a key worth getting. Safe up the top here. You can loot that one. You've got a safe down here. Inside here, the only thing I've found in here is dollars, weapon cabinet, and weapon box in there. That's pretty much it. You can unlock this door as well. Either the doors, you don't have to go just that one. We're going to go through the tunnels soon, but that is the entrance to the tunnels. Duffel bag. Now this area here gets overlooked. Keep an eye out for these shells. There's definitely a intelligence spawn on this bottom floor. I'm pretty sure it's on that desk or around there. Intelligence seems to fluctuate in value a lot. On these here, you'll find your relays. On top of here, all these spots along this bit, where you'll find like electronics and relays and stuff. And then on the back, yeah, I think it's ammunition. I can't remember exactly, but it's this room's pretty underrated. It's not like an amazing room, but if you run by it, it's worth checking out. Heading up to the next floor. Now there's two keys for in here. There's the RBRS key, and there is the RBKORL key. I think this is RBKORL. I have the names up the top, so you aren't mistaken anyway. On the seat, I've heard it's intelligence. I've never found it myself. It's either seat or the table, and then there's the filing cabinets. Never found the intelligence. I've probably come in here about 50 times, so some might get lucky. Nothing to worry about in there. Inside here, this is the other key. I'm pretty sure this is RBRS. In here, we're back to the relay spawns again. Toolkit, you want to be looking at these spots for relay. The back shelf here also spawns military tech, like relays and stuff. Offline mode can have a lower chance of spawning stuff, so don't stress. And there's also stuff that spawns up on this table here as well. So another toolkit. Moving upstairs, nothing too fancy up there, but might as well show you either way. You can find ammo with BS and the 120 rounds of BT ammo. Most underrated, like looting, is those 120 rounds of BT. It adds up and it's useful. Like it's actually a solid round now. They upped the pen a little bit. So obviously they might change again, but it's actually not a bad round. The duffel bag here, you can just jump out of the window. You don't need to go through the door. Nothing too special up here. There is the weapon crates and that. Like you get suppressors and that. I think I've seen some sights. I don't think I've seen any like thermal sights and that. But these crates are actually not too bad. For on top of those for actual spawns. Now heading down. I should have brought meds because knowing me, I'll bust a leg or something. But heading down, we're going to go underground. So I brought a flashlight so make it easy for you guys to see. Nothing really to worry about on these on this downside bit. You've got corrugated hose here and spawns on there, but then watch out for that hole, by the way. With the toolbox there, but the major spots start down the bottom. So once we get down, so you're looking on the back here for your sights and that. On here and here, you're looking for MGTs, military circuit boards. Pretty sure I found a what are you called? I always get the name mistaken. It's a military. It's like the 110,000. I'll find one during this raid. I'll show you. Key spawns up here. This is the RB 1 key, orb 1 key. Haven't really found anything else on the floor inside here. This side, I found this key during the competition, the Code Red competition. It was on the shelf right here. That's the orb 2 key. Nothing else I really found inside here. There is the duffel bag, but I haven't really found anything too crazy. Weapon crate. The signal transmitters. That's the one I was thinking of. Alright, so in here, you've got a couple of options. We're going to go left first. Now, the... what do you call them? Like the ACEs, AESAs, spawn in here. I've never really found it myself, but I have seen other people get them. You're looking on the shelves here, like up here. If you've got max level perception, it does make it a lot easier because that white dot will appear when something spawns there. But inside the back here, you got all the toolkit there. Inside the back here is a safe. So you got the safe here. And you can check these cells for like relays and stuff like that. On top of this desk, you can find also intelligence. So it's also worth checking out that. And you got the computer there. Coming downstairs. On this desk here, you can find intelligence right there. Toolkit. Got relays. This is where you're going to find those aces as well. Now straight up here, you can find loot spawns on the ground here. I'm going to go through this back door. And you can find a lot of your loose barter items here. Now, I've been told there's like a gold spawn here on the floor here. There is a cheeky duffel bag that most people don't know about. If you go on top of this, you lay prone, slide forward. The only way to get it. But you can search your duffel bag here. Inside here, you're checking on the floor on each side. The stuff. And then underneath these jackets is meant to be a gold spawn as well. I haven't found anything myself there. But there's a lot of spawns in this area. You got your 2 jackets. Always check those for keys. Duffel bag there. And yeah. So I haven't found a lot of the really good spawns myself. The thing is, I usually come down here and I find a couple of good things. And the relays and all that do add up. So you actually can make quite a bit of money by doing it. So moving down this way. Nothing too crazy in here. A lot of fuel containers, the blue and the other ones. You're looking for them like that. See how there's the hose there? Tube. Hose tube. Get up. Oh my god. Get up. And you find a lot of fuel jennies and fuel cans and that, sorry. And motors and stuff. So, on the ground there. Moving down this way. You usually find ammo on those boxes. There's not really too much to worry about here. There's another ammo spot just up top here. Ammo spawns on top of here pretty frequently as well. Worth checking out. You want to try and stack up all that BS ammo. It sells like 1,000 rubles each. So if you find 2 of those little boxes of ammo for BS, you're laughing. Now, moving on to this one. Now that we're in the white pawn building, I personally don't... Oh, I'm disorientated right now. I don't personally go through every room, but there are plenty of rooms you can check out. So the first one I want to point out is the orb one room. It's up one level on the left. Pretty sure this is orb 1. Or might be orb 2. It's orb 1 or 2. So here we got the BT ammo. So this is what I was talking about. 120 rounds. It really does add up in value. And you're looking at these spots here for sights and that. You got the weapon crates, another weapon crate, and I think the one above us has filing cabinets in it. There you go. Or it might be the other end. It's this one. So this would be the orb 2 key. Orb 1 or 2. There's the filing cabinets. And looking for those ammos again. So you're looking for the BS ones. Really good, underrated. Now, when you get an AK, depending on the AK, right? So with this one, it should be BP. Yeah, so these AKs have BP. Some of the mags that you can find, particularly the ones on here, if they've got like a grey AK-545 mag, they can actually spawn with BSMO in it. So, or 1739. So it's worth checking out those mags. Now, on top of the roof, over here, you've got 3 jackets. Got to be very careful with that because you're overexposed from the tower, but it's worth checking out. Here, Iridium, the signal transmitters, what else spawns on there? MGTs. Definitely worth checking out. Over here for more sights, you got the PSO. And then I really wouldn't stress too much. A bit more BT ammo. This is what I was talking about, where it actually really does add up. Like, that is plenty of ammo to go into another raid with an AK. Got a duffel bag there, sugar. That underground, like, obviously I was unlucky in the underground bit, but you actually can get a lot of those signal transmitters and stuff in there. It's very underrated, and it doesn't get there's not much conflict down there. Now, this spot here is actually a really good spot if you want to check out people running in this direction. When you start hearing shots over here, particularly the scav boss down there, if you know the scav boss is in that area, this is actually a really good spot. You can start picking off players as they're trying to fight them and that. And yeah, personally, little cheeky spot that you might want to pay attention to. Now from here, we're going to run into the... Oh, I'll go this one first. Underneath here, I found bitcoins, rollers, all your gold loot spawns. Come in here, turn left, and it's located right here on the ground. You've also got the scav here, but you can also get like rollers and bitcoins and stuff in that spot right there. And the duffel bag is also lootable, so we're checking out. There's a weapon crate right above it. I would never loot that weapon crate, but if you're coming in as a scav and you can get away with it, go for it. Inside the chopper, 3 weapon crates, one at the front. Pretty sure like one in the front, one in the middle. Intelligence spawns right here. That's actually here this time. Weapon crate and weapon crate. So that's worth checking out. I've never seen anything in the front part of it, so no point going there. Over on this side, this one's a little bit different. This one, I don't spend too much time in this building because I don't find it has that much use. The RBBK, just the first of the marked rooms. Going here, overlooked heaps. There's the Gevo in there. There's always ammunition right here, pretty much always. You've got the shotgun there. Like your normal marked rooms, you can find 2 weapon cases at the same time, stuff like that. Over here, I don't want to get this key wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's RBTB key. This is our stock AKS 74Us, AK 74Ns, and up here you can get a fully pimped out AK. Pretty good. These mags usually come with ammunition. That's trash ammo, but you can actually come in and get a full set of gun and ammo from this room alone. Coming down through to the other side. Now the 2 keys from down this side. This is the Orb 3 key, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have it up the top just in case I am. Now with this AKS 74U Bs, you get the actual suppressor. Now it'll come with a mag with BP ammo, so it's actually not a bad gun to use. It's a full mag, or you could just take the sights off. So don't think these are like just trash guns. Like you can actually strip the ammo from all these mags and actually make a fair bit of money. BP is actually a very viable round. I would use BT over it, but It really does add up. Now, your sights and that we just sort of picked up. There's the file cabinets there. Coming up one level, this is the RBOB key, if I'm not mistaken. This room, gold chains and intelligence is the main thing you're after. So on top of the table is the gold chains and intelligence. There's cash in there. Gold chain here. And there's gold chains there as well. So also a filing cabinet. You do have all right obs, but I wouldn't overcommit to this room too much. Besides that, there's nothing really massive in this building. On the second floor, there's a med bag if you're worried about meds. I'll quickly show you. There's a med building, and that's my go-to building for meds. But if you're desperate, there's a med bag right there. But yeah, like I said, if you're desperate. The way I would leave this building, I would never go out the front door. I'd come out the side here. Before I go into the Black Bishop, I want to show you this bunker over here. Underrated bunker, if you ask me. If you spawn over here, you should check it. You should check it. There is, I think 3 spawns I've found of the AESAs, aces, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, people just don't seem to loot it. So you got the ammo as well on the top of here. The shells here. The AESA spawn like on here. I found them like up here. And maybe on the back here. I've definitely found 3 spawns of it. And also on the shelf I'd be checking as well. Just check the whole outside. Definitely worth checking if you spawn over here. I wouldn't go out of my way to run over there, but definitely worth checking. They're worth like 250,000 rubles for 4 squares. So, not a bad bit of loot. Hopefully this rain doesn't like keep just going nuts. Because what happened with my last recording, I tried to record this and the rain started kicking in really, really badly. And I had to stop the recording, so. Alright, so we're inside. Bottom floor, jacket. If you want to find come over there. I wouldn't really bother with some of these looser spawns, but each to their own. Alright, RBAM. This key is probably, in my opinion, the most valuable key to get at the moment. So the signal transmitters and MGTs. MGTs? Yeah, MGTs spawn on here. Your sights and suppressors here. Right there is intelligence spawn. On the back here, you'll find toolkits and fire steels. Now, this is offline mode, like I said, so the spawns aren't as good. Jacket and a weapon crate. Now, this is RBAK. We'll come back to that. On the second floor, you do have a med bag, just to keep note of. There's plenty of food. I'm not going to show you all the little spawns, but I'm going to try and show you the main spawns that you should be taking note of. And feel free to explore on top of that. Alright, starting down the end here, food and bleach spawn down there. On there, it's pretty solid. Same with here, a lot of food in that. On here is the larder book. Spawns up there. It's the only spawn I've found for it. I don't know why it spawns up there. It's like a random car manual. Now along here, you're going to have military circuit boards and other items. Like MGTs and that. And your military cables. On this one, military cables and circuit boards on this spot and this spot. So definitely worth checking out there. Coming into the next room on the left. Right here is a Tetra spawn and a graphics card spawn. Worth checking that one out. There's also the electronic spawn here. I would check all these tables at the end real quick. Move up and down, see if you can get a white dot to appear like that. This room here, you're looking at the back here for your military loot. On top of here for like iridium as well. Then jumping down. This is RBAK. You don't need the key for it. You can just literally jump down. Most people know about this room already. Graphics cards, Tetris spawn on here. And they sometimes blend in. So there's a graphics card. And the Tetrises will look like the texture of the actual shells themselves. So, alright, what I'm going to do from here, guys, before I go any further, I'm going to exit this room and I'm going to head into that building right there. But I'm going to actually restart this game because I don't want to be yelling over all the rain. So I'll be back in 1 sec. Alright, so we're back from the RBAK room. We're going to jump out of the window. Now we don't have that rain. And we're going to head straight over to the medical building. So, this is the White Bishop. Now, this building I actually really like. So, inside the right here, med spawns. You can get Salewas at the back here. Med spawns in here. Look at the Salewa there. If you're like on the Salewa quest and you don't want to use the flea market, building's the one you want to go to. There's plenty of med spawns here or resort, but so med shells. Pretty much don't go any further than here. You won't go inside there. There's no point. More meds in here. Upstairs we go. Inside here, this is, I don't want to get it wrong. RB SMP key. This one has a LEDX spawn in it. On the shelf here, LEDX spawn, and heaps of meds. Heaps of meds. Offline mode has less spawns. I'm confident about that. But when you come in here on online mode, you'll have like painkillers and just stims, everything. Go down the other end here. You can check the other rooms here for meds. I don't go too nuts over it, but down this other end here, inside this room, this is the RB KSM. More meds. Both sides, both on the shelves. Oh, sorry, on the floor as well, on the other room. I forgot to point that out. So, on the other room on the floor, there's meds as well at the back, and pretty sweet from there. Rest of this building, I don't really loot. There's not really anything too crazy. Like, you'll still find other duffel bags and stuff like that. I usually do jump out of that window back there, but we're not going to go out of that window just yet. There is a weapon crate here if you're after more weapon crate stuff, and there is a basement. There is meds in the basement, and other spawns. But honestly, I never really found anything too crazy. Like you still got your meds and that, but down the end here too, the fuel can there. Sorry, there's a few barter spawns in that, ammo one up there, but nothing too crazy. So I wouldn't overly stress on going into that room or down the basement in there, unless you're like desperate for meds. Unless you're desperate for meds. All right. This one's probably like the best loot in the game. This is King. Pretty sure it's King. I'm calling it King. All right, so military circuit board here. But you can also get spawn up here too, so just be aware of that one. On the ground as well, you can find graphics cards. We did see that. On the ground right here or here, I found a graphics card. Now inside this here, fortunately I can't show you. Maybe I can. Yeah, it disappears. But you can actually find items inside there, and also down here. It's like shit just falls through the floor. Yeah, it just disappears through the floor. Also spawns down there as well. On top of here, you can find aces and heaps of other items. I haven't really had too much luck. They nerfed this room inside here. They nerfed a lot of these rooms. Now, one of the most underrated spots in the game is down here. Now, there's two keys. I'm probably going to get them wrong. There's the RBOP key and the RBON key. The duffel bag here. So I won't say which one's which. This is one of them. Inside here, ammunition, gold chains, and don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's an intelligence spawn as well. So, and the filing cabinet too. So gold chains, chainlets on here, intelligence on here, and I'm pretty sure I found ammunition as well on top of there. If not, there's definitely ammunition outside here. Across to the other side, never found anything in here of value. I've heard something spawns on the ground here. I've never seen it myself. Oh, military battery. I've heard a military battery spawns in here, but I've never seen it myself. Now here, this room, the name will be up above. This room is fucking gold. Military batteries spawn on the floor here. The air filtrators, the FP100s, spawn in here all the time. I found two at the same time. Military batteries. There were two toolkits. If you need to get the military batteries, this is the room. All right. Duffel bag. Nothing else really too stressed about there. But yeah, also those filters. You don't even have to buy them off the flea market. You just grab a couple from there. Up to the second floor now. All I find now in here is relays. I don't really find anything else of value. Usually here, up here, and that's about it. I have not found anything in this room for a long time of value. So you've got the like graphics cards and that spawns inside here. I haven't found these very often either. It's like they've nerfed the shit out of this building. So graphics cards can also spawn down here. Got the hard drive and that. Top of here. And up here, you've got your graphics cards and Tetris spawns as well. Nothing too crazy on this front. And honestly, I don't even bother looting this spot anymore. I just don't find it's got the value it used to. The only spot I check on this top floor is the intelligence spawn on top of the table. It spawns right here. Alright, you can get bleach and wiper and all that up there. I don't really bother spending any more time up here. You can go outside onto the roof. I don't like this roof at all. There are what do you call it? Sites that spawn up here. Some of the roofs can spawn the flare site. There's some more BT ammo. BT ammo. Some of the roofs can spawn flare sites. I'm pretty sure it's one over there, and I think I found reapers up here too. Once you learn all the spawns, it probably would be a very efficient way of making some money. But personally, for me, I don't like being overexposed. All right, this room gets a little bit of needs a little bit of love because it's actually a pretty decent room. You'll find a lot of your not tech items, sorry, your barter items in here, like corrugated hoses and that. And yeah, it's just a little bit underrated. Worth checking out. I never bother with these rooms. I never really find much in here. But there's some BS ammo and a filing cabinet. I never really find much, so you can check them out if you want. This one's the RBRH key. Yep, RBRH. Now this one, you've got the weapons that can spawn here, like I was talking about before. And then ammo, that's it, pretty much. You've got good view of over here too. So you hear somebody here, you got that key, you can unlock it, and you can shoot down on top of them. They won't be ready for it. Filing cabinet. This is like for leveling, searching, and attention. This map is like the dream place. You can come in here and just search like crazy filing cabinets. There's so many filing cabinets and jackets. Alright, so just to give reference point, for me, I would personally loot this bottom room over here that we've already gone over, and then I wouldn't even bother with the rest of the building. I would cut straight through here. You can go in there for a duffel bag and upstairs for a duffel bag. Nothing else is really of value up there. But in here, this is where a lot of people go straight away. You're looking on top of all these shelves for graphics cards, military circuit boards, the signal transmitters. I've found 2 graphics cards on top of this. Like, this is a really good spot for getting loot. Military circuit board there. Up top of, like literally on top of this box, but just floating in the air. Check back this way. You're checking on top of all these. For all the same spawns. Now, also check on top of that box there. From there, we're going to go this way, and I'm going to cut across here. So this is Black Knight. This one's probably more looted than the other one. There's a jacket in pretty much each of these rooms. One there. There's no jacket in here. But there's a jacket in here. One of the good things that spawns right here is a military battery on the floor. Either on the table or on the floor. There's a jacket right there. There's also intelligence. I think it's here. I think it's right here, the intelligence. It's one of these bottom floors. Inside here, you have filing cabinets and jackets galore. So, jackets, so when you're searching for your keys, duffel bag there. Filing cabinets here. A jacket. Go up the next floor. I don't really find much in these rooms though, the bathrooms. You might have some luck, I don't. Now, onto the next floor. So, I just want to get these keys right. So, this is the MP21 key coming up at the end of the hallway. So, jacket there. I think this is the reason why this one's the most looted one is I'm pretty sure there's another intelligence spawn on top of here. There's like a couple of intelligence spawns here. As I said, like I can't memorize all the loot. It's just too much. Like unless I put like a month straight into it, which I'm not going to do because I love this map, but that would just kill me. Filing cabinets. This is the MP21 key. So you got the gun spawns. Oh, look at that intelligence right there. So I spoke about the suppressors before as well. And then weapon crate, filing cabinets. So coming back down this way, there'll be more jackets, and that down this way. So not that one. For a while, I was looting all the filing cabinets and the jackets to see how much money I could make from this area, to see if it was a viable loot run. It's not an actual bad way of making money. It just gets very contested. more contested than I thought it would be. So you got the jackets, filing cabinets. When I do my loot runs, I want to, if I'm going to go for contested areas, I want to be making premium loot. Whereas this is time consuming, looting all the filing cabinets and jackets. It's still pretty valid. Like, and it's a good way of leveling up your search and attention skill if you need to level up for a quest and your charisma. Top floor, I don't really go in here at all. There's the duffel bag. You might be able to find some food and drink or some bonus stuff in there. So in this one, filing cabinet in the corner, computer, and I think there's another computer here. Yeah. And then I haven't really found much other useful stuff in here. There's some sites that spawn. There's definitely some sites that spawn in that room. I'm trying to remember where. You can also find some sites on here. Another jacket, more filing cabinets. Like you can see how, when I talk about leveling up your attention and search skill, how it can be quite good. Little cheeky spot I'm going to show you guys is you need to go down to the edge here. You can jump on. Get up. You jump on here, and it's not a little bad spot. Come over here. You can lay prone, shoot from here. You can lay underneath the awning as well. Up to you. On top of these buildings, right? Keep an eye out for sites and stuff. On top of all these crates and that. One of these two buildings is a pretty consistent chance for a Fleur or a Reaper AR. I can't remember which one. Early on when the map first came out, I used to go there all the time to get some extra cash. Alright, so moving over to the White Knight. This one is less looted than the other one. I think it's because there's just not as many good spawns. And it's a little bit more tricky to navigate. So, bottom floor. I'm pretty sure this is MP13. Intelligence. I didn't know about this intelligence. I just saw it as I walked in. But yeah, filing cabinets. And that's pretty much it for this room. There you go. Another intelligence. Oop. I don't really worry about these rooms at all. There's nothing really, anything massive concern in here. More filing cabinets if you're after them. And jackets. Good thing is, like, if you're after keys, like, keys alone can be a good way of making money. You can literally just search all the jackets. And there'd be a very viable loot path for making money on that too. Nothing overly important in here. Filing cabinet. Duffel bag in there. There's another, like, filing cabinet, I think, in here. Nope. This might be the one I was talking about, sights and suppressors. Yeah, I got my buildings confused. This one has sights and suppressors as well, pretty consistently. As well as the weapon crate there. Now, just be careful. You can go on the roof here to get more loot and stuff from these shelves. It's got pretty good obs here. Now, you can drop down both of these holes. This one will break your legs and go nowhere. This one actually goes to more loot. So in here, this is the MP2 Key. Inside here, you have all your items on the sides. And more AKs to loot. On the other side, filing cabinets. I can't remember seeing anything of decent in here. And then that is pretty much it for this room. You can get like bleach and wiper on that shelf there too. You can understand how there's so much loot in this map, and it's just it becomes almost overwhelming how much loot there is. All right, from there, I just want to show you that you can jump up here. So if you're coming from like the train area, you can run up here and jump up on top of here to get up here. If you want a quick way down, jump and crouch on this bit here, and you won't get hurt going there. Go straight through the wall. Cool. We're gonna go to RBST now. So there is a couple of weapon crates, I think, on the right here. No, duffel bag. There's definitely a weapon crate. I think I ran past in the other one. Another one right here. I personally don't stress too much about weapon crates anymore, but, you know, each to their own. Zero to hero run to you need weapon crates, so. Alright, in here, those 30mm shell rounds, alright, they can spawn quite frequently in here. So you've got your weapon crate here, 30mm shell rounds, military battery right here, more 30mm shell rounds in here, 30mm shell rounds up here, heaps of ammo spawns along here. And same back here. X400, I should have my light on. Down the back here, weapon crate. And there's a weapon crate up here. I would definitely be taking note of along here too, all the 30mm shells. Alright, so moving outside. Alright, so from this open area, the 30mm shell rounds are a pretty common question I get, so I want to kind of show some spots for that. Alright, so down here, I'm going to look on top of these shells, along the shells along here. The light bulb back there. Along this shelf here. Along this back shelf here. This shelf here. And along this bit here. There's 30mm rounds is pretty much more there. It's barter trades. Barter items, all those 30mm rounds. The back here, another pretty consistent spot that I find them. You can see one right here. On these crates. And then pretty much it works the exact same on the next building, right? So checking the side shelves for the 30mm shell things. On the back here, definitely on these things. On the back here, I found them. And then on these crates here. So just keep an eye out for them. That's where they all spawn. There's another spot. You can also get military batteries here as well. So on the front bit here, military batteries spawn. But yeah, so you're looking on all these shelves around the edge for the 30mm shells. Top of here as well. Now, we're not nearly finished, but we're getting well and truly on the way now. Up ahead, this is where the train comes to. And so, I don't know, just sort of say that really, but over here there is actually some decent loot that spawns in here. So yeah, so reference, this is where the train comes in and stops. You want to look for paracord. Now, there's, I think, 5 paracord spots. So this is one here, on this table here, on the planing bench, on here, and then down here on the shelves. I found pretty much all the spawns. Like I found pretty much paracord in all those spawns, but there's probably more as well. Paracord selling for like 250k, so it's definitely worth checking those out. I don't think many people care too much about it, but weapon crate here. There is a body up here that you can loot. And I wouldn't really loot that body. But now that I've came in here, you can jump on top of that, follow that around, jump across that, and you can go out the other side. And there's a 50 cal gun over there. Just sort of show it out. Just show it to you guys so you know what's there. Let's get out of here. Alright, moving over to this room over here. So RBAO is our next key. There's a spawn right there, there's a spawn right there, and there's a spawn like up on that hill bit there. It's an atrocious place to try and loot at the start, and if you're not there at the start, you're dead. It's already gone. So it's one of those things. Inside here, ammo, sights, the suppressors there. The guns that spawn I was talking about before, get the mags off them, and also in the weapon shelves as well. So pretty good room. Also, if you need food and drink, always in here. Regrets too. But food and drink always spawns in here. Really good spot if you're desperate. And you're over this way. Marked room. This one is the RBVO key. We've got a money case. all your typical marked room loot. Yeah, like gold chains, chainlets, weapon cases, all that stuff. Ammo spawns in here. You got the BT I was talking about before, and also in here. So there's 240 rounds of BT. It adds up, and it's useful, really useful. I don't loot this building at all. There's like a duffel bag or two in there, and that's about all it's worth going for in there. And we're pretty much up to the last spot I want to show you guys, and this is really underrated. It's not amazing loot, but it's not something to just be like, not even worth checking out. There's nearly always scavs that spawn down there. The raiders can spawn down there after the button's been pressed, and also the scav boss can spawn down there. Before I go down, I just want to show you 2 spots worth checking out. There is the tube here, but I've also found, oh, there's a filter there. I've also found paracord up here, and it's either up here or down here or on the next spot. I think it's here, right here. Military battery spawns. All right, there is also weapon crates and stuff down the end as well. If you want to check them out, you can see one there. It's definitely worth checking out. Actually, paracord here, and then I think it's military battery on this side. It definitely found a paracord there. If not, there's 2 paracord spawns. But, you know, stuff. Oh, there's another paracord spawn as well. So there's 3 right there. I should have made it a bit easier to see. 3 paracord spawns. Okay, I'm going to do that again with my flashlight on. There is definitely a paracord spawn, and I'm 99% sure it's a paracord spawn there as well. And there's a military battery spawn as well. So it's worth checking these out. The only reason I keep turning my light off is I just think it looks silly having it flashing up and down when I'm running. I should have put on an AK. Alright, now coming down here. So the first one is Psp2. Now there is 4 cages, and they're fixed loot, as in they're fixed, like what's kind of items are in each cage is the same. But it's worth checking out. So each of these boxes, if you look up the top right, it says ration supply crate. The ration supplies is food and cigarettes. So if you're on the cigarette quest and you want to get it done, it's worth checking out. Another ration supply. So it's going to be food and cigarettes again. Right. And see, that was like sugar there. So sugar's worth like 20 or 30k at the moment. It fluctuates a fair bit, so let's go 20 or 30k. Now the medical supply crates are the ones you're actually really after. These ones can spawn LEDXs, ophthalmoscopes, and other good meds as well. And you should definitely be keeping an eye out for it. I don't really like pay too much attention to like the loot items in here, but it's probably worth checking them out too. Another one here, another ration supply crate, and you can tell which ones are the good cages to get into because of the price of the key. Another ration supply crate. So food and drink, obviously this is the go-to one. With 1 med, and the rest are all ration supplies, and there's the 1 technical. Technical or barter items, so fuel conditioners, gauges. Holy shit. Like this would be the fucking holy grail of a crate. That, on top of my head, that's probably worth about 230k. Alright. Now that was just a freak one, but you don't normally get them like that good. And if you've watched up until this point of the video, well done. You probably just got like a cheeky tip that cage is actually not too bad. Alright, this one is the Psp2 key. So, same again, check out for the, keep an eye out for the crates. Technical supplies, so your barter items again. This is going to be a battery, I reckon. Well, no, there's the FP100. So they're worth about 150k. Ration supply crate, food and cigarettes again. That one. More barter items. Oh, this is a typical one. Alright, that was not a typical one. But you can see, like, guys, like, if you're playing straight after a wipe, coming down here and grabbing all those barter items and putting them up on the flea market, serious money. Like, you'll be making so much money doing that. So another medical crate. Kind of looks like a box, but moving over to this side. Now, like I said, be careful of the scab boss and that being down here as well. We'll hug it right inside, so we've got some systematic approach to it. Medical supply crate. So your barter items. Ration supply crates of food and grants. Like, even squashes someone for a bit at the moment. Like, this area would really add up. The only issue is to extra. Like, if you came down here and then waited for someone to press the button, probably work. Most people, there's normally a button press once per raid. You just want to be quick though. Another medical supply crate. Alright, so this is the most expensive key over here, I'm pretty sure. Because it's like 5 medical supply crates. And this is the Psp2, I'm pretty sure. Medical supply crate. Cool. Medical one. Medical one. I've never seen a LEDX spawn in these crates, but I've been told that they spawn in them, so worth giving it a go. Yeah, you get on. Pretty sure I got all of them, so that is pretty much it for all the loot in reserve. I might have missed a couple of spots and I do apologize for it, but you should have a fair understanding of where we're at now with reserve. And yeah, if you know any spawns, you know, feel free to take screenshots and don't send them to me. Take them, I don't know, send them to your friends and share that loot. Make people enjoy the game a lot more, because this game can be quite punishing and knowledge is power in this game. So yeah, anyway, outro time. Alright guys, so thanks for watching another video. There was a lot of information there. Hopefully you guys gained something from it. I've been putting a lot of time and effort into learning all the spawns. There is just so much. Of course I would have missed some. You guys were like, oh my god, you missed this spawn. It's fine, guys. Like, this is to give you guys the information so you can actually be more productive with your raids, and particularly like if you get hurt, you need to know where meds are, or you're after a certain barter items for a quest like wiper or bleach. That's why I kind of say those items that are kind of more pertinent. The cigarettes for the bad habit quest, all that kind of stuff is why I was pointing out those things, because they're the more annoying quests, and I want you guys to be able to have access to be able to get them. Don't pay off the value of jackets as well. Jackets and file cabinets from the White Knight and the Black Knight buildings can actually be really, really profitable. And yeah, feel free to explore this map and get as much information out of this guide, and plus there's plenty others out there. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So thanks for watching another video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for future content. I do stream on Twitch every day of the week, so go down the link below, give me a follow over there. Got any Tarkov questions, feel free to hit me up on my live stream or down in the comments below. And lastly, I'll see you next time. Tonight I'm gonna have myself a good time. I feel alive.